So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And it was the Buffalo Bills who are moving on as they were able to eliminate the Jacksonville Jaguars. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's been no contest in terms of the rushing yards. You see a much, much brighter picture there. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these 2 teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Texans will take over. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Now, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Take him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade is going to happen, but good for him. The end result, 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Watson being chased out left. And he's caught downfield. It's Waller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. team's not playing to protect leads. Team's playing to extend them.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
No timeout.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 144 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. Kamara going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. Touchdown, Texans! Tyreek Hill, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 3rd down, Cousins. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
And I believe that game on 3rd and 1 changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Kamara heading back onto the field. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played. But He's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number one, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson, he's going to air one out for Anderson. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I don't care what level of football you play. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Touchdown! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans extend their lead yet again.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Browns getting set to go.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Extra point by York is up and good.
So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. But now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Texans. Tyreek Hill, 74 yards.
And the Texans get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open.
What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air.
Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
On second down, Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This one from 46 yards out. And I think Gano missed it. He did. He missed it off to the right. No good, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Chalk that up as a 40-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Well, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun, here's Watson. He is going to find Hill here.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Kamara up the middle.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 29. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
A give. This is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Man, 220 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point try good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Now Cousins. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this one is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jonathan Allen getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will score a pick-6 for the Texans TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Gano the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick-6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Back to it after the pick-6. Cousins.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. To throw is Cousins. Out to the right here to Shepard.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. But out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. York able to send this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And here comes the Texans now. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
On 2nd and 10, Watson, Waller taking it in over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Watson. They're going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Out of the gun, Watson. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, this is Kamara. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 244 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Down at the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world to the challenge.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Watson. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Following the interception, Cousins. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Cousins to throw it. It's caught. Cooper. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 25 on 2nd down. Cousins. Flush to his right. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there. They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. Extra point try, good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys already start to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, what a move.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book us. And now Watson throws another interception. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. They set up the screen to Chubb.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Cousins now. And this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line of the game. Nick Chubb stops short, and this Texans defense stands tall. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, Kamara. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 36. looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On third down, here's Kamara. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They run it again with Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll run. This is Kamara. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They run. It's Kamara going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. First down. Here's Cousins.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins, he's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Texans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And Watson's going to throw it here. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Browns set to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now Cousins, and that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lasted one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. but he could not pull it in.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. He's got him in. Complete.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
What I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my balls on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wilding out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, move it. We making movies, moving. I get a chance to take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I